Welcome to Policy on Demand's Week in Review. I'm Mark Prater.
What would you tell clients are your takeaways from this week?
My key takeaways for this week are three. First, Congress, having completed the time-sensitive spending measures, with the exception of the annual defense authorization bill, has for the most part turned to major matters which the majorities in each body consider important in defining the agenda for the campaign season. Keep in mind the election is less than 5 months away and the number of session days is shrinking. Second, while the House and Senate are focused on routine business, the main focus is shifting to the fiscal year ending in less than 4 months on September 30th. Both bodies are working on FY 2025 appropriations bills. For instance, Secretary Yellen appeared before Senate appropriators to discuss the Treasury Department's requests, and the House passed the military construction appropriations bill. The likelihood, however, is a continuing resolution will address government funding as the fiscal year draws to a close. Third, in the category of important legislative matters, we are still looking for signals from Leader Schumer on whether he will bring up for consideration the House-passed bill, H.R. 7024, which deals with expiring Tax Cuts and Jobs Act provisions, such as restoring current deductibility of R&D expenses. So far, Leader Schumer has not tipped his hand on the next moves on that legislation, which the House passed over 4 months ago.
Which question related to policy did you get asked the most, and how did you respond?
The question I got asked the most was, what are Ways and Means Republicans trying to accomplish with the tax teams process? As an aside, Senate Finance Committee Republicans are engaged in a parallel working group process, and Democrats in both chambers are in discussions too. The answer is that Ways and Means Republicans have at least 3 goals in mind. The first goal is to educate new committee members on the fiscal and policy issues in play with the expiring provisions in the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act. That legislation will be 7 years old come December 22nd of this year. New members are being briefed, and veteran members are reviewing how the policy has worked for the last 6 tax seasons. Secondly, the House process involves engagements with stakeholders on how the policy has worked and what revisions are in order. Thirdly, that preparation will help tax writers execute on the policy choices that will arise with the expiration of the fiscal cliff of $3.4 trillion in tax relief in the 2017 legislation's individual title and smaller fiscal bluffs of the business and international titles.
Where should companies focus their attention in the coming week?
Companies should look for comments from Leader Schumer on the next steps on the House-passed tax bill. Also, keep an eye out for reports from Ways and Means Republicans on what they are learning in their tax teams process.